How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of a barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout in the form of Hent. What is it again? I forget the name of these guys. Hetnest. Man, I'm really good at this. This is their Man's Hand Russian Imperial Stout. Aquavit barrel, son. You have no idea how excited I am to review an Aquavit barrel beer. It has me all kinds of hot and bothered. And this comes courtesy of my boy This. He sent off a box of beer direct from the Netherlands. These guys are based out of Belgium, I believe. And I've actually had beer from this brewery before. At first, when I did the unboxing, I was like, ooh, I've had this beer before, but a different version of it, like a barrel-aged version, a whiskey barrel. No, it was a red wine barrel-aged version. I thought it came from somebody like Remy from Beer Geek Holland or something like that. No, I actually picked it up off a shelf. I forget where I picked it up. So I'm kind of pumped to try this because I went back and watched that previous review, and I love the nose on it so much that I was like, this is like one of the best smelling liquids in the history of mankind. And the beer was really, really tasty, but the nose was crazy. But Aquavit is has a personal place in my heart. I told this or said this during the unboxing is that, I had no idea what Aquavit was until I, met my wife and her family. And it's like, as far as they treat it, it's like an after dinner, like ceremonial, like holiday kind of aperitif kind of thing where you drink it after dinner. And it's the one we drink is Aalborg Aquavit, and it's it's caraway based kind of liquor, and I'm a caraway junkie, so I love it to no end. And I've known some breweries that actually have done Aquavit barrel aged stuff. Hill Farmstead, a couple other ones, but I've never had any from anybody because 9 times out of 10 they're not from the United States. So to actually get something like this has me all kinds of hot and bothered. What else do we have going on here? ABV 10% alcohol by volume. There is no English on here. It just says Brewery Hetnest is a group of friends making excellent craft beer. With their beers, they want to promote Turnhout as a worldwide center for playing card industry. Okay, someone has a hard on for playing cards. It's weird because that is written in English, but everything else is written on not English. And it has a best before date of 9/21, so we are best before that. So I'm assuming this has 3 to 4 years, 5 years maybe on it. Has a bit of age going on. Let's crack into it. So Russian Imperial Stout. Last time I got all kinds of different stuff off of that wine barrel. It was a red wine barrel aged beer. Now I'm curious to see where this one lands. I'm going to give it a hard pour. Barrel aged Russian Imperial Stout deserves a hard pour. Beer wise, it's got a little bit of a murk ring going on, so it's not super aged. Weight wise, that's cool, man. I dig it, The other bottle that I had was, I reviewed it. It's been a while, actually. I reviewed it, I believe, in 2016, 15 or 16. I reviewed it, and it was a 2012 bottle of it. So that one was kind of like your old Gudendrach style, Castile style bottle. This one's just kind of traditional. I mean, it looks all the part of a Russian Imperial Stout. I mean, look at it, rich and dark and thick. Quarter pinky finger, malted malt ball colored head on it, so it looks the part. I'm so excited for this nose. Excited. I mean, it gets a spirit kind of creaminess to it. It's almost like, and I don't think Aquavit is barrel aged like traditionally. I don't think it is. I think when I talked to Peter from the Master of Hoppets, I actually broke out during the interview. When I interviewed him, I broke out a bottle of Aalborg Aquavit, and he freaked out because it's from his thing, and from where he's from, he grew up with it, and talked about how people even make it at home. So I don't think it's traditionally a barreled product. It might be a stainless thing, more like gin or something like that, because it tends to be clear. But what I'm getting on here, and this is why I'm prefacing it with that information, because I don't know, so I'm guessing here, there's a lot of cool barrel elements to this in the form of a vanilla coconut kind of oaky tanniny kind of characteristic. So obviously they did an Aquavit barrel aged thing here, so obviously someone took Aquavit and barrel aged it. So it's not a stainless product here, and it really does show, because it's showing off, and it's really nice, rich chocolate vanilla wood thing. Now, when I think about Aquavit, like I said, it's caraway rye or rye base. That's what I think about when I think of Aquavit, because an Aalborg Aquavit that I drink, I'm not really getting that in here. I'm getting more of like a non-fruit forward kind of spirit barrel. You know, getting a little bit more kind of that wood, the vanilla, the coconut, maybe even a little bit of cherry chocolate creaminess off of this, as opposed to that kind of caraway. Now, the beer's there too. The beer's there in this nice rich chocolate malt. It smells more like milk stout to me because of the barrel, as opposed to a Russian Imperial stout. There's not a big bittering component to it. But honestly, it just smells like a really well done oak-aged Imperial, almost milk stout. It smells beautiful, actually. Let's dive in. Cheers. Okay. There's something there. I'm not going to sit there and say I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, that's Aquavit as I know it. Maybe I will. That creaminess, that chocolate vanilla woody thing is there. But there is an aggressiveness to this beer, from ABV to a slight medicinal kind of spirit. And that's where I say that kind of caraway, kind of Aquavit kind of soul is definitely kind of poking around the edges on this. Because it has this kind of soft, creamy side of it, but also has this sharp little prickly side to it. And I assume that's just the Aquavit spirit in play there. Drying, I believe, both from the spirit and the actual wood itself. I think there's a decent bittering in the beer, but it's not coming off super aggressive. Like I said, it's best by next month, so it has to at least have a couple years on it. I believe what hops are in here kind of not faded away, but are much less aggressive than what they originally were presented as. I like this. Listen, like I said, that red wine barrel-aged Dead Man's Hand that I had from Het Nest was one of the best noses I've ever had. The nose on this is quite nice. I'm not going to confuse it with being the best I've ever. I mean, I think I said in the review, I said, if we had a smell off from Aliens, and I said, bring your best smelling shit, that wine barrel aged Het Nest Dead Man's Hand, I would bring that. Because there wasn't much better noses in the universe. That's how great that nose was. That's not this, but it's still a very pleasant nose, very nice nose. And I actually like the way the beer drinks. It comes off a little bit more. I keep wanting to use the word medicinal. I think that is that Aquavit spirit in there, but there's something kind of almost seltzerly. Maybe that's a better way to put it, like that carbonic acid thing I talk about every now and then. It's kind of here, but in a different way that kind of works for the beer. I like it. I think it's fun, man. Fun beer. Interesting beer. And honestly, I just really wanted to drink an Aquavit barrel beer in my life. And I've checked that sucker off. So thank you very much. This very cool of you. Yeah, tasty, fun. I like the nose better on this, actually, than the beer itself. I think that was the like I said, that was the thing with the other one too. So that's kind of on par, on brand for I keep wanting to say Het Anchor. Even though I know it's Het Nest. And tasty stuff. Is this one of the better barrel-aged Imperial Russian Stouts, Russian Imperial Stouts? God damn it, Stone Imperial Russian Stouts. Russian Imperial Stouts that I've had as of late. Yeah. It's not Mount Rushmore status, but it's damn tasty and damn fun. Value availability, no idea. Like I said, I've seen this brewery in the States, so I guess they can't be had over here, but probably very few and far between. I don't think I have the bottle. I don't think I saved that bottle. Anyway, so this, let us know what's what, or anybody else out there in the old Europe. What do you guys pay for this? And leave you with if you like what we like this. If you like Aquavit barrels, man. If you like Russian Imperial Stouts, if you like barrel-aged beer, interesting barrel-aged beer, and fun barrel-aged beer, you like this. Again, like I said, this is not a world beater for me, but I'm glad I got to drink it. And it's damn fun. If you like fun beer, you'll like this. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Let me know if you've had this down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of Aquavit barrel aged goodness. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.